Before 2026 arrives, I need you to hear me clearly. Your breakthrough is not waiting on the world, it's waiting on you. Some of you have been pouring into everybody else, explaining your purpose to people who were never assigned to understand it. 2026 is not the year of talking, it's the year of becoming. This is the season where silence becomes your strategy and focus becomes your superpower. In 2026, you are stepping into a divine alignment because the world changes, but because you change, there is a version of you that God has been molding quietly, shaping in the shadows, strengthening in the moments nobody saw. And now, this is the time to stop broadcasting your every move and start building your inner world. Because when you focus on yourself, you unlock clarity. When you stay silent, you unlock power. And when you move with intention, God moves with you. Today, I'm not here to motivate your emotions. I'm here to activate your discipline, your peace, your vision, and your God-guided purpose. Silence is a strategy, not a weakness. In a world that rewards noise, applause, and constant broadcasting of every thought and movement, choosing silence can feel almost rebellious. The truth is, this silence is where strength is forged. Silence is where clarity is born. Silence is where your real transformation takes place long before anyone notices it on the outside. You don't grow because people cheer for you. You grow because you stop chasing their attention. Think about how easily noise distracts us. Every day you wake up to messages, notifications, opinions, advice, criticism, and expectations. Everyone wants your attention. Everyone wants a piece of your energy. But silence says, not today. Silence says, I choose my own growth over your approval. Silence says, I'm not afraid to step back, detach, and rebuild. Remember, some of the most powerful people in history were not loud, they were focused. They understood that silence wasn't emptiness, it was strategy. Take the example of someone training for a marathon. You don't see their sweat at 5 a.m. You don't see the pain in their legs, the discipline in their steps, the doubt they fight on the inside. But when race day comes and they cross that finish line, the world claps. What the world praises publicly is always built privately. You can apply this to your own life. Maybe you are building a business, learning a new skill, heal emotionally, or working on a dream nobody understands. The people around you might not see the late nights you spend practicing. They might not understand why you're suddenly distant, why you're not posting everything, or why you're not telling them your plans. But that's exactly the point. Silence protects what is still growing. You don't expose the seed before it becomes a plant. You don't announce the plan before it becomes real. Silence keeps doubt out. Silence keeps energy, and silence gives your inner world the room it needs to grow without being stepped on. Look at daily life. Have you ever told someone your goals and suddenly felt less motivated? That's because speaking too early can trick your mind into believing you've already achieved something. Talking gives you a small feeling of accomplishment. Action gives you real results. Silence forces you to replace talking with doing. And doing is where the transformation happens. There are moments when silence becomes your shield. Imagine you're planning to improve your health. If you tell everyone, some will support you, others will criticize, question, or discourage you, sometimes unintentionally. They might say, you've tried that before, you always quit, or that's going to be too hard. Their words plant seeds of doubt. Silence protects your mind from that. Silence allows you to show up at the gym without explaining yourself. Silence allows you to choose healthier meals without defending your choice. Silence allows you to prove yourself to yourself first. Silence also exposes people's true intentions. When you stop explaining your life, you start noticing who is genuinely supportive and who is only interested when there's drama. Noise attracts the wrong people, but silence filters them out. When you become quiet, people show their true colors: who checks in because they care, who disappears because they can no longer use you, who respects your space, who gets angry because they can't access your energy anymore. Silence reveals what noise hides. Some of you have been draining yourselves trying to be understood. You keep explaining your dreams to people who were never meant to carry the vision. You keep defending your decisions to people who don't even understand their own. Silence frees you from that. You don't owe explanations to anyone who isn't walking the path with you. You don't need approval from people who are not responsible for your destiny. Even nature teaches this principle. A storm doesn't announce itself. A tree doesn't explain how it grows. The sunrise doesn't ask permission to shine. Power moves quietly, growth happens quietly, and breakthroughs arrive quietly. Silence is not about being passive. It's about being intentional. It's about choosing peace over argument, purpose over popularity, and discipline over distraction. In silence, your mind sharpens. You begin to hear your own thoughts instead of the world's noise. You begin to feel your spirit pulling you towards something greater. You begin to sense when something is wrong and when something is right. Silence strengthens your intuition. It deepens your connection with the higher wisdom guiding your life. When you stop talking so much, you finally have time to listen to God, to your inner voice, to the lessons in your pain, to the direction you've been ignoring. When you embrace silence, you stop reacting and start creating. You stop seeking validation and start seeking growth. You stop chasing people and start attracting the right ones. Silence is not empty. It is transformation waiting to happen. So in 2026, let your silence be your strength. Let your silence be your strategy. Let your silence protect your vision until it becomes unshakable. Your silence elevate you while the world wonders how you change so much without making any noise. Focus is your spiritual weapon in life. What you focus on expands. Every moment you are given a choice. Where will your attention go? Will it drift toward the noise, the distractions, the fears, the doubts, or will it lock in on what truly matters, the vision, the purpose, the dream that God planted in your heart? Focus is not just a habit, it's a spiritual discipline. It is the invisible force that turns ordinary effort into extraordinary results. Without focus, even the greatest talent, resources, opportunities can be wasted. But with focus, the smallest effort becomes powerful, the tiniest step becomes momentum, and the faintest idea becomes reality. Think about a laser. A laser beam concentrates immense energy into a single point. That same energy, if scattered, would be harmless. But when concentrated, it cuts, it burns, it transforms. That is exactly what focus does in your life. When your attention is scattered, you feel tired, overwhelmed, and unaccomplished. When your focus is sharp, it becomes your weapon. It transforms your time into results, your energy into growth, and your dreams into reality. Daily life examples. A student preparing for exams doesn't succeed by scrolling through social media while trying to study. The student who closes the apps, turns off the notifications, and concentrates fully on the material will outperform everyone else. It's not luck, it's focus. The same goes for an entrepreneur. You may have hundreds of ideas, hundreds of good opportunities. But if your energy is scattered across them all, nothing grows. The entrepreneur who chooses one vision, one goal, and commits daily hour